you want to know my opinion on what I think, just keep on watching. What's good? It's your girl Nisi here, and I'm back with another video. And guys, can we just get into the natural sunlight? Like, it is giving. I'm so gassed. Spring has come early this year and I'm just so excited. But yeah, guys, as you already know by the title, so we're going to be talking about this UK hairstylist that kicked out her customer because she asked, could you put the heating on? Because basically she was too cold. Yo, the UK, it's never been this cold before. No, not since I've been alive anyway. We've had really extreme like weathers this year. Like in January we had that, you know, that mist, that weird fog. I've done a video on it, check it out. And we've just been in a lot of like minus temperatures, and now spring has come earlier. We're in the beginning of March, but it's usually never this nice at this time of the year. So global warming is real. So anyway, so back to the main topic. So yeah, this hairstylist, she kicked her customer out. She's like, you know what, you're asking for too much, you're saying I ain't good enough, even though she didn't say that, and she kicks her out. So I'm gonna roll the clip and I will be back with my commentary.
I don't need this energy. I'm so sorry. My place is clearly not suitable for you, and there's nothing I can offer for you. Everything you've complained about since you've got here, this place is not suitable for you. I didn't
once say
There's
that.
Not much
I didn't once say that.
Everything you implies here is not good enough for you.
I didn't say that.
It's too cold.
I didn't say that once.
I'm so sorry. I can't accommodate you right now. This heating not working is not it's out of my control.
And I said that that's fine. I never said that that's not okay.
Got to her living room. To be honest and transparent with you, I really didn't like that interaction that we just had. Interaction where I tried to voice that I'm really cold. You have to be mindful of how you speak to your clients. I told you that you can't wear your shoes. No guest can wear their outdoor shoes into my house. That's fair enough. What do you want me to do? One way is, if you knew that your radiators weren't working, maybe just let your clients know for the day that, hey, I don't have heating today. Wrap up warm. No, that's not my responsibility. I don't have the time. Do you know how many clients I have? I can't be telling every client that my heater is not working. Your expectations are too high. You had too high expectations. Expectations lead to disappointment. I said, oh, not even mad. Like, you ended up suggesting that I should put my coat on. Once you asked if I wanted my coat, that was great. That was customer service. That was a solution. You could have entered that conversation with the solution. I'm not saying go and fetch some wood and make me a real fire right now. Sis went on to look at what I'm wearing. Yeah, but what you're wearing is not sufficient for this cold. When you're leaving your house, you should be prepared. I am paying you for a service. I don't know what I did to this babe that made her feel like her place wasn't good enough, because in the video that I ended up recording when it just got to the point of no return, she kept on going on about this place isn't really good enough for you. Situation. Yes, she was upset because I told you you can't wear your shoes. Yeah, but was I wrong for trying to tell you that? I tried to offer other things and explain why things are not working. And I said I appreciated you for doing that.
The body language, everything threw me off, babe. I'm so sorry, my love. I can't work under these conditions. I'm so sorry. If my place is not suitable enough for you, there's not much I can do.
I don't ever remember saying it. You're putting words in my mouth.
But it's the way you're behaving about it. That's what I'm trying to say. Body language, the same way you said my response was off, I'm telling you that your body language, the movements you were making,
that I was cold. That I was cold. It doesn't make sense.
So you're trying to say you wasn't doing nothing like that?
Yeah, no. I said I did this because I was cold, and I tried to explain to you I was cold. You even told me I'm the one that came to your facilities without preparing myself, and I said I appreciate that, but thank you for letting me wear my coat.
That's fine. Unfortunately, this appointment is cancelled. Okay.
The hair she does eats. But God, I am so grateful that she did not finish my hair. Customer service is everything. I'm not the only one that can do hair in this life. I just calmly voiced that it was too cold, and all of a sudden that's me saying this place is not good enough. I don't know what projection that was, or why she felt like that was me saying this place is not good enough for me. It's clear that it's not good enough for you since all the complaints that you've made. Guys, I made one singular.
This appointment is cancelled, okay?
Okay.
Yeah?
Thank you very much.
Yes, I can't just say how I feel.
You can say how you feel. That's absolutely fine.
That's so crazy.
That's absolutely fine. But I think we both can learn from this. Then maybe my responses, and then maybe.
But that's what I was trying to tell you.
Yeah, we can both.
But I was happy to from the start. You wasn't.
Okay.
So what's wrong with resolving the tension?
It's the way it's been handled. That's what the issue is.
So I shouldn't have said anything until the last minute.
I did not.
Because that was what I was thinking. I was thinking, do I wait until the last minute to say something? But then I don't want it to be a hostile environment because you're playing gospel. Like it's a good space that you have here.
I've never cancelled anyone in my 14
But I don't.
years.
That's not okay. If it's cold outside, you should use your common sense and dress appropriately. Oh, so maybe you should take accountability for not dressing for the weather. No problem. I'll take accountability and you don't have to take accountability for anything. I sat down and then I realized, you know what, I didn't even mean to sit down. At that point, I realized that there was no safe space for me to really say that I felt cold and there was nothing that was going to be done about it. So I just sat down and I was like, you know what, I know you have a lot of clients today, so maybe she said, yeah, no, it's not happening. I can take your hair out and then you can leave. Actually, I've got a hint to get to this weekend. It's either you finish my hair, I'm walking out like this. I'm not finishing your hair. Like we're not doing this. The energy's off. Like I don't feel comfortable. You don't feel comfortable. I cannot make this up. Even slightly feel embarrassed at the video. You can hear in my voice that I still wanted to get my hair done. So I was still trying to understand it, but really I should have left about 20 minutes ago. I'm definitely not perfect. I wanted to understand what I had done, how I could have communicated it better. It's clear that it's not good enough for you because I'm cold. Now you're talking about never have I had to cancel an appointment like this. I've never had to disclose my medical history just to justify why I'm cold. It's the first for everyone.
Whew, that was a lot. And listen, guys, I felt it like her telling a story after the whole house scene, because this hairstylist does work from her house. I don't really rate those type of ones, especially when you've got a big following and you've made a lot of money. Like, you need to get yourself a little something. Like my niece, she does nails. She used to do nails from her home, and now she's got a what do you call it? It's a shed, but she's like converted it, so it's like really nice. So you know what I mean? It comes to a point when you built up your following and you're making money now. If you don't want to do the shop, because my niece did that, and the person that owned the shop took the mick, so she just bought herself a shed. Did it up, she's got the ring light in there, she's got all the tools in there, and Bob's your uncle. So first of all, I don't rate this stylist. Now this stylist does beat down the hair. Like, I ain't no hater. Her hair will be slaying. She specializes in leave outs, so I'll try and put some images there. But yeah, she specializes in that, and yeah, her work's good. But this is what I mean, a person can be beautiful, but when they have an evil spirit and a bad heart and they're bad-minded, like, they just don't work. Like, God don't like ugly. So yeah, like I said, I felt really bad for this girl. And yeah, like the internet's like backing her. Obviously there's a few people here who are backing the hairstylists, and most of the time those people are hairstylists themselves. Like with me, I'm trying to get my hair business off the ground. There's my little board there, Niece's Beauty. So I specialize in wigs, so customized wigs and like dyeing them to whatever color you prefer. So I've got a sister who's been doing like braids and stuff for a really long time, like 20 years plus. She's had customers run out on her, so obviously they'll give like the deposit, but then when it's time to pay the rest, they'll just run out of a house. Customers that just won't turn up, customers that come with their hair dirty. So listen, I get it from both sides, but this was just 100% wrong on all levels.
Just to ask a client, are you anemic because your house is cold, is crazy. First of all, why y'all got no blood clot heating in this kind of weather and you're providing a service? The fact that people leave their house and travel from whichever area in our London just to get their hair done by you and are putting money in your pocket, simply ask you, is there any way you can accommodate the fact that I am cold? And you get defensive and feel shame. You thought the solution was to cancel the whole appointment because you can't provide what the client needs. And hairdressers will scream at the top of their lungs that they've been providing a service for 5-10 years and I know them can't provide. I'm so glad that girl took out her camera and started recording, because hairdressers will be cheeky and use their audience to manipulate the fact that their behavior is disgusting. One thing a UK hairstylist knows how to do is make her Instagram look good. But a lot of them are mean-spirited, wicked gal.
Big up Goody Phillips, he got it straight away. Like, how could you ask her, oh, what's wrong with you? Are you anemic? Excuse me? Now, listen, I took that personal because I am actually anemic and I have the sickle cell trait, and it does run high in the black community. And obviously people are out here with full on sickle cell. Like, you can't say that. Listen, the UK is cold as a whole. It's cold. This happened down south. I'm from up north. When my family from down south come up, they're like, how do you cope up here? It's freezing. Listen, you can wear coats, bomber jackets, hoodies, jumpers, gloves, hats, scarves, you get the point. You're still going to be cold. So if I'm here to get my hair done, you know, you want to relax, like it's a luxury, innit? It's a bit of pampering time for people that get their nails done, pedicures, massages, your hair did natural or getting it retwisted or weave, whatever. It takes time. You're there sat in this chair for at least 2 to 3 hours. You want to feel cold. You want to be nice and warm. So obviously the hairstylist was like, no, I'm not putting on the heating. And then obviously she had to take her shoes off. So then she was like, oh, have you got some like spare slippers that I could wear? She's like, no. Like, she was just giving it to her. And even like with my house, when my mum comes, I've got a pair of slippers there for her so she can walk around in slippers because she don't like walking on the floor. And yeah, there was literally just no customer service at all. And what happened to the days, you know, when it's like the customer's always right? That's gone out the window because, yo, these hairstylists in the UK, like, they're not shit. I only go to someone who does my natural hair because I'm not like that tech savvy with my natural hair, and it's when I want to get my hair texturized or straightened. Other than that, braids, wigs, I either go to my sister or do it myself. I learned during COVID, during 2020, I learned to do wigs. Obviously, we were sat at home, so I learned to do wigs. And then 2 years ago, I did a wig course in Nigeria. And even the person that taught me, like, she's sick. I'm not going to drop her name, but she's very similar to this person. Like, she's good at what she does. She's sick at doing hair, but she's just not a very nice person. But I guess that's what comes with it. But yeah, let's get into some people's reactions.
So I know you guys have seen this video on your For You page of the girl who came telling her experience with a UK hairstylist. I'm referring to this video, but unfortunately I can't stitch it, so I had to take a screenshot. But I just want to add to that video, as a Canadian living in the UK, and I love to get my hair done, the UK hairstylists are the most unprofessional group of people I've ever met in my life. And I think maybe because you guys don't know what good customer service is. Like, I've noticed when it comes to like service industries, because you guys don't live off of tips, which is a good thing. Y'all don't know what good customer service is. And I've been called entitled because I expect good customer service where I'm spending my money. But I digress, okay? But it's here that I was just like, wow. It's like they don't care about their job. It seems like they're in it for a quick check. Let me not get started on the prices. On the prices. To not include basic cornrow in a wig install, which is what a wig install is. The rules and regulations. When I tell you, y'all, I am shocked. Like, I noticed they only give good customer service if you're a Love Islander or influencer. It's ridiculous. I feel like if I'm paying you my money, that's good enough reason why I should get good customer service. But we as clients need to come up with a way to get this to stop, because that video and my experience and other girls' experiences that I've come across on TikTok with these UK hairstylists need to stop.
See, I like that girl. So she's from Canada, but she lives in the UK. So like she said, she likes to get her hair done. But she even gets it. It's like, it's just bad vibes. As soon as you walk in, they're looking at you. So you better come on time because you're either getting charged or your appointment's getting cancelled. But yeah, there's just literally no greeting, no good morning, how you doing? Are you excited to get your hair done? There's none of that. They're probably just looking at you like, come and sit down. It's literally like they want to fight you. It's crazy. And then like she said, in the UK, we don't really do tipping. It's become more normal now. It's more of the norm now. But back in the day, you didn't really tip. But obviously in America and kind of, you have, like, it's a must, you have to tip. Like, it's just crazy. Like, you want that good experience, and when you get your hair done in the UK, you just don't get that experience. Like, it's sad. But yeah, I'm glad that she knows, you know, because she's coming from Canada. She knows like, yo, you girls in the UK, you don't like doing hair. They love money, but they don't like putting the work in.
Not gonna lie, I'm on Mulan Hair side, because why are you asking me to turn on the heating in this cost of living crisis? She obviously left it off so that she can save money, and now her customer is asking her to turn it on when she didn't pay for it. You guys don't know that there's an economic crisis going on. Come on, let's be for real here. We're even in winter, so really and truly, you should be wearing 4 layers at least. Every single time, it's always about the service provider. When are we gonna start getting onto the clients? How about that? We need to start protecting service providers. If you guys continue trying to bring down every service provider, who's gonna be left to do the job? Shout out to Mulan Hair though, you're doing a great job. Anyway, now that I've got your attention, why is it easier for me to rage bait you into listening than for me to just say anything normal and you actually pay attention? Why did I have to trigger you into listening to see that I can actually cut hair? Anyway, if you're new here, my name is T-Dot. I'm a barber in Birmingham and London. To all the braiders out there, let's work, let's collaborate. I've seen some of you braiders work, and if we partner together, we could really be a force to be reckoned with. And to all the men them, I'm here to tell you today, F your barber. Yes, you heard me right, I said F your barber. Come out your comfort zone and try something new. I promise you will never look back. Nah, I'm trolling, but anyway, if you're looking for a barber in Birmingham or London, Southwest London in particular, go check out my page. My Instagram is Trims by T. I've got a booking link there. Just shout me. Back to the Mulan Hair thing though. Can't lie, I've been seeing this on my For You page since the beginning of the week. Can we move on from something else now? Like, I'm sure the girl knows that she's done wrong. Even sure that HMRC are getting ready to hit her up, but let's be moving on topics because it's time to start something new. If you're still listening to this, you're a real one, and I know you've got a good attention span. Make sure you follow, like, and share this to a friend, man. If you made it all the way to the end, use the code FIRSTCUT.
Yeah, his barber did the thing. I was looking at that lineup, like, what's going on? But in the end, yeah, you know, trust the process. Like, it looked good in the end. I'll have to disagree with him. I hear what he's saying, but just like in his clip, he's getting his hair shaped up in the barber's apartment. Bro, from when you're not in a salon or, you know, in a studio, you've already like, it's already like a minor. So the fact that you can't put in heating on, that's the least you should be able to do. Like, I'm in your house. It's not like you have to warm up a whole studio or a whole salon. You know what I mean? So I don't agree with him. If your customer's cold, like, I beg you give them like a little blanket or a throw. Because that's another thing. Let's just say she wore her coat. You don't want like hair on your coat. You know what I mean? You might be going straight to brunch or somewhere as soon as you've got your hair did. So, you know what I mean? Like, just put on the heat and just put a little bit in it just to warm up the place, or pre-warm it maybe. Like, before your customer arrives, warm up the place a bit. But I feel like with black people, we're either like one or two things. You're either hot-blooded or cold-blooded. There's like no in between. Like, my partner, he's hot-blooded. He always needs to have like the AC or the fan on. I'm always cold. I'm always with the hot water bottle and in my dressing gown and my bed socks. Like, I hate my hands and my feet being cold, because once they're cold, I'm just cold all over. Again, it makes sense for me because I'm anemic, but yeah, I still can't get over that she went like to like, what's your problem? Like, are you anemic or something? Like, that is crazy. Like, you wouldn't go to someone that had like one arm. Oh, are you handicapped? It's like, well, you can obviously see I've got one arm. So to come at her and ask her if she's anemic, I still can't get over that. That's nuts.
Attention to all you black hairstylists, yeah? This is a wake-up call. You can't go around treating people like they're shit at the bottom of your shoe and thinking you're gonna get away with it. A lot of you hairstylists have been taking the piss for years, taking the piss out of us, because you know we got nowhere else to go, and you run up the fees and the deposits and don't run refunds back and all of these things. Just know people will be on you and hold you accountable, and a lot of people need to be reporting these stylists. You think you can do big blood clot business and don't feel like you need to carry the weight of the consequences for your actions. And people are like, oh, she's just a little business. She's just doing her thing. She shouldn't be cancelled. No, you feel like you're a big ass woman and you're running big ass business. Well, you need to feel the consequences of a company if a customer isn't happy with your service and the way you run things. You are in your right to not serve that customer, but that customer is also in a right to share their experience and report you. I bet the little girl didn't run back her money either. You can't be doing this shit to people and feeling like you can't be touched. But you absolutely can. It took you years to build your business and minutes for it to crash and burn. You feel like you can take people's money and get a service, and the service don't go your way. You have a right to complain. You have a right to speak up. You can do it in everybody else's establishment. But what, you can't do it in a black woman's chair? Absolutely the fuck not. At the end of the day, this is experience. And some gal need to go to business school to learn how to actually run a business. You lot are saying, yes, but she's really talented and she's got a thing. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you have a nasty, dirty, stinking attitude, no one is going to give you their money. And if you are, you're a big idiot. There are thousands of other up-and-coming stylists. She's not the only one. You will be okay. Some of you stylists take the absolute piss out of us. And I'm glad that everyone's speaking up. Finally.
The Mulan's hair situation is a clear example of projection. And we know this because the hairstylist kept saying, this isn't good enough for you, this isn't good enough for you. And the client was like, I never said that. When did I say this isn't good enough for me? I never said stop putting words in my mouth. And that's how you know it's projection. Because one, the person will say things you never said, and their reaction will be disproportionate to the scenario at hand. And that's how you know a lot of the time it's projection when they're doing those two things. It's disproportionate to the reaction is disproportionate, and they're putting words in your mouth that you never said, which means they're not engaging with you, and they're probably dysregulated and reenacting a scenario, or you've unintentionally stepped on a wound. In this scenario, maybe there's something going on in relation to the heating that's been an issue. She's sensitive about her environment because of something going on. Maybe there's a monetary issue going on. There's something around finances. She doesn't feel worthy. It seems like a worth wound or an embarrassment wound or a shame wound, because she keeps saying, this isn't good enough, a good enough wound. Something about feeling good enough. So an insecurity about good enough and being good enough and feeling good enough has been accidentally stepped on and triggered. Does it excuse the behavior before anybody jumps? Absolutely not. We're not saying it excuses it. But this brings to attention an important conversation around why it's so important to take care of your mental health and go to therapy and do the inner work. Because imagine had she done the inner work, if she isn't already doing the inner work, and she had the tools under her belt to emotionally regulate. And even though sometimes we do have the tools, it's easy to forget them in the heat of the moment. Let's keep it real. We're human beings. It's not flipping easy, right? But had she had the tools and just said, you know, I'm going to take a minute. Can I just take a minute and just step away from this? I know, like, I'm not going to leave you. I just need to regulate myself, or whatever the case may be. She knew how to communicate that. Took 5 minutes away and went and did a meditation or did a breathing exercise or got some fresh air and did what needed to be done and came back and tried to listen to everything objectively. Her name wouldn't be being dragged through social media currently as it currently is. And so as much as like...
Yes, that brother made some good points. I'm currently having therapy on Wednesdays, and I agree, like, get some therapy, talk it out, learn some ways to like de-stress if you're quite stressed. Because yeah, the hairstylist seemed like stressed from the jump, and I'm a person that goes off vibes. She was just very aggy already. Now, no offense to you London girls, yeah, but he's a very aggy, like he's a just vex. Like when I go down there, they just seem vexed all the time. And then obviously they say about us northerners, like we're always happy, we're always like hee, you know, hee happy, saying morning, hiya, while they're just be looking you up and down like, what do you want? Like they've always just got smoke, you know what I mean? There's something in that London water, I'm telling you. But yeah, I agree. If the hairstylist would have just gone in the back, did a bit of woosah, just took a bit of time to herself, and then came back correct. Because when you work in public services, you have to do that. I've worked in public services for like 15 years, and there's been times when customers have tried me. Now, there was this one time where I really got into a fight with a customer, and this is why I love my Americans. You see all those like videos for people working in fast foods. They come around the counter, or they even drag the person over the counter, and I love those Americans, like they don't play about. But yeah, I've been like a supervisor had to like break me up with a customer one time because yo, she tried me. And it's just like, don't think just because I'm at work, like I don't need this job. I was gonna leave that job anyway. So she picked the right one in it on the right day. But yeah, the supervisor had to come in. I was like, meet me. I clock out at 4 o'clock. I don't know who I thought it was, but yeah, customers will try you. So you just need that time to go in the back and just gather yourself. With this, because obviously it's her business, it's gonna like smear her name. So this is what I mean, she needs to be careful. Are people gonna still go to her and get their hair did? Of course, you know what I mean? Like the whole cancel culture, it can work, but I feel like it only works if you're like racist and stuff. Like after that, people are not checking for you. Or like with the young Philly thing, if you're like you know, like you've assaulted someone. But other than that, you'll be all right.
You know, this whole discourse with that hairstylist and her Antarctica of a house, it's just got me thinking, women stand on business more than men. As in, people are reporting her to HMRC. That's how deep it's gotten. Then again, they pay way more than us to get their hair done. Imagine if we were paying £150 for a trim. Do you know how many things you won't let slide? If I'm paying £150 to get my hair done, you better have heating. You better have heating, or at least a blanket. Some of you barbers are lucky us guys don't have the same vim as women, because the way we would drag you guys on social media for your terrible customer service. If I was paying £150 for a trim, you think you're stepping out to take a smoke break? My friend, you better finish cutting this hair. You better finish cutting this hair. Do you know how rare it is to get your hair cut at the time you book? There's always somebody on the seat. But if I was paying £150, fuck that. I will fly kick that person off that seat. I genuinely understand why girls are ready to drag hairstylists, because if we're paying the same amount, we'll do the same. We really need to start standing on business, because there's a lot of things we let slide. There's a lot of things we just brush, but women, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. You fuck with them once, they'll drag you to the ground. Imagine the baby's paying £150 and you don't have simple, ordinary heating. You're even asking her if she's anemic. I don't care. We're going to the shops and we're buying matchstick. We're making a fire today.
Yo, his clip was actually really interesting. I never thought about it like that. Like, when you see videos like this trend, it is always the women. Like, obviously men go barbers, get their shape up, get their hair did, but there's never any of this. I think the most men complain about is the prices going up. But yeah, he was right. He's like, right, you girls stand on business, they will report you. And I feel like I'm glad she did report her. She did, because fair enough, she doesn't have a studio, because really in the UK they prefer you to be in like a professional establishment, just in case like something happens in the home. I've got one story quickly. My cousin, she sent her bundles to get done for someone to make a wig. This is in London. She didn't like how the wig looked, so she wanted a refund. And the woman locked her in her house. She's like, I'm not letting you leave my house until you pay me. She feels like the woman that made the wig, she stole some bundles because it was very flat. You know what I mean? You know when you want your hair to be luscious, full of volume, it was very flat. So she's just like... And people do that. That's the thing. People will cut wefts off your bundles and grab your bundles. Do you see the boho braids? You see how people use like human like hair in that? People be cutting people's bundles just to use like for that kind of style. But yeah, so that's another thing. Getting your hair done at someone's house is really dangerous on both sides. You don't know the person like that, even though they're doing your hair, but they can lock you in. They can hurt you, you know what I mean? So on both sides, it's techie. Again, a person can come get their hair done, run out, don't pay you. Did it like, it's not like being a hairstylist in this climate is not easy. But yeah, I'll have to disagree with him, because obviously he's like, oh, we're in a cost of living climate. Bro, she's not getting her hair done for free. I think she was being charged $150. So out of that $150, please can you put the heating on? And yeah, you can pay out of the $150 I'm paying you. Like, and if the girl was gonna tip her, which I'm sure she would have, maybe that heating price will come out of the tip. Like, you just don't know. Maybe if you did a better service, you would have got like a big tip, like £10, £15. That's the heating money there. You know what I mean? That, put it on the smart meter. Like, come on, man. But yeah, this is crazy stuff.
Cancel culture in the UK is not real. It's not real. Do you know what's so peak about this Milan's hair girl? She's still gonna be fully booked. Still. I'm telling you, look, for free. She's still going to get bookings. People are still going to book her. She's still going to be making money. She's still going to be getting $150 a pop. I'm not going to lie, guys. I was a fan of her work. Like, her work is tea. And she's still posting on Snapchat like everything's normal. She don't give a fuck. She don't care. She don't give a damn. But the situation is actually disgusting. It is disgusting. And no offense, I'm going to say this now, and I don't want anyone to come for me. It's always the people with either God first in their bio or they're playing praise and worship in the back. The only reason I'm saying that is because a lot of the people... Let me not say that. Because I love God too. God first forever. But it's like, those are the people that I'm telling you have the extortionate prices. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know if God is telling them, yeah, make sure you know your worth and extort everyone. But I'm telling you, those are the people that will charge the most and have the worst attitude. Every time, it's always... Don't bring me this hair. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do that. In their booking site, but they'll be playing gospel and it's God first always. But your teeth and people are not turning on the heating. Anyways, Charles is peak. Because I actually wanted to book her as well. Like, her hair is tea. That's not how you treat people, bro. That's actually not how you treat people. And it's like, God, please don't put me in that kind of situation, because I don't know if I'll be back at home making a TikTok or in Bexley Heath police station. I do not know. I don't know. Me or more. I don't know. Because, fuck. That whole, guys, you know when I was watching that video, my face was like... oh.
I'm 17 and I'm a hairstylist. Let me give you some advice, okay? And I'm not gonna speak. And there you go, that's my advice. And I've only been a hairstylist for a year. Anyways, let me speak though. So what's so funny, yeah, I don't know what creator said this, but a creator literally said, quote unquote, being in the hair industry for 10 years but still working from in your home. You're making her pay £150 to come in and feel like she's doing her hair at the bus stop. Creator has limited comments.
Listen, that young girl, not her saying I'm 17 and I'm a hairstylist, like, yeah, she put some good points in there. The hairdryer, I wouldn't recommend that because it's just quite dangerous, you know, like blowing it for a certain amount of time, and as soon as you switch it off, you'll be cold again. But I would recommend that small heater that she had, or a blow heater, or the throne, like she said. Just, you know, just something cozy. Again, I have those things, or even a hot water bottle because I'm always cold. But she made me laugh. She's like, why are people going on like this and they don't even have like a studio, or, you know what I mean? You're doing hair out of your home. Like, they need like a reality check, you know what I mean? Like, I get treated better from a person that works in a studio because they know they have to uphold a certain like standard. But when you're doing it like hair from at your house, please like uphold those standards, because you know, you're paying like mad prices. Like when I get my hair naturally done, it's in a salon, you know, she puts that netting around so no hair gets on my clothes. She offers me water, tea, drink, biscuits, snacks, you know what I mean? Because I'm going to be in her chair for about 3 hours. So she patterns me, make sure I'm good. And then, you know what I mean? And then at the end, I tip her because I know my hair's going to come out fly. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts on this crazy, messy story. And if you're from somewhere else outside of the UK, if you've ever got your hair done in the UK, let me know your experience. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video. Stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.